secret which enables you to not work. John D. Rockefeller's book, The Proven Way to Wealth. Did you know that the majority of today's billionaires follow a similar path to wealth? Everything happens for a purpose because in the right form, the potential to earn money is the most stable thing in the universe, according to John D. Rockefeller. Imagine being able to earn any amount of money you desired. In this video, you'll discover some groundbreaking money skills to help you become wealthy by studying John D. Rockefeller and how he made his $1 billion, even though it might seem like something you can only dream about. Hello there, this is The Financial Fortune, and in this video, we are going to tell you the secrets of John D. Rockefeller, which will allow you to not work. Before we start, please don't forget to leave a like, click subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we release new videos. So who is John D. Rockefeller? The first person to earn $1 billion is John Rockefeller. Rockefeller put $2,000 toward the startup capital of his first business. $1,200 of this was borrowed from his father. At the time of his death in 1937, Rockefeller's fortune was believed to be worth $1.4 billion. This would be $318 billion in today's money. Elon Musk is one of the richest men in the world today, with an estimated net worth of only $219 billion. So it means that Rockefeller is much richer than Elon Musk. After reading John Rockefeller's biography in greater detail, it is clear that a select few financial skills are the key to his financial success. Number 1. Keeping track of your finances. When he was 7 years old, Rockefeller worked on a neighbor's farm, helping to gather potatoes and feed rabbits. He then took his mother's advice and made his first entry in the ledger, recording every detail including the exact amount and use of the money to the last cent. He held these early versions of the cash flow statement, a tool used to monitor a company's finances, until his death at the age of 97. Rockefeller's biographers frequently note that he was raised in a family with few resources. There was no information on his father's income. What is certain is that the future billionaire's father was a traveling salesman who frequently went throughout the state. Rockefeller's mother had to save money while the family's head was away. As a result, she developed the habit of counting every penny, which she inculcated in her kids. Rockefeller has known since he was young how tracking money increases its value. His parents intended for him to go to a university, but he opted for an accounting program at a commercial institution. After finishing his studies, he was hired as an assistant accountant. His supervisors were quick to discover and admire his love of numbers. Rockefeller's eyes would always beam when he was given such tasks because none of his colleagues liked to mess with completed periods and projects. Rockefeller began working for $17 a month. It was already $25 by the second month, and a year later he was earning $800 a year as a manager. It is crucial to underline how dedicated John was to financial literacy and how his understanding of money served as a cornerstone of his future prosperity. It is crucial that you start focusing on gaining personal financial knowledge. Number 2. Borrowing is good. Business owners view borrowing money as a bad thing that should be avoided. They don't have to, as demonstrated by Rockefeller's example. Rockefeller most certainly would have worked for hire his entire life if he hadn't borrowed money from his father to start his own business. His businesses were always accompanied by borrowed money. Even after he had enough of his own money, he still preferred to sell shares to the next investor. He kept some of his own money in reserve while also investing some of it. Even if no investors came forward, he would finance the following project totally on his own. Rockefeller started out with a small logistics firm. He accepted orders for $500,000 in the first year. They soon ran out of money to survive. He already owed his father a large sum of money, who provided him with a loan at a 10% annual interest. Wherever he could, Rockefeller borrowed the funds that were needed. Although difficult, he was able to do it. It is considered that only those who lack financial literacy do not fear borrowing money. They vary from Rockefeller in that he made wise borrowing decisions. What do you think about borrowing? Do you find it good or evil? Share your thoughts down below and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, let's get back to it. Number 3. Meeting obligations. When it came to meeting his obligations, particularly financial ones, Rockefeller was always cautious. Notwithstanding how challenging it was, throughout his first few years of operation, he encountered many struggles. He always managed to locate the necessary payment by the due day. In How I Made $500 Million, his memoir, Rockefeller recalls how, at the most inconvenient moment, his father came to his office demanding another loan payment and stressed that he needed the money immediately. He himself finds it impossible to determine if the dates were chosen on purpose or by accident for instructional purposes. Anyway, he paid each creditor, including his own father, what was due when it was due. Bankers eventually began to believe what Rockefeller said. The best assurance was his track record in financial concerns, so be sure to closely check your credit history and reputation. Number 4. Each decision has its price. Rockefeller did not behave carelessly, which allowed him to borrow money without concern and consistently meet his obligations. Each choice was carefully considered before being made. He always considered how he would repay the money, how much he would make on the borrowed money, and when and how much he would have to pay back. He calculated when and how much he would multiply his own money if he invested it. Millions of dollars were invested in Rockefeller's businesses. Rockefeller did not forgo an investment if it resulted in an increase in production or a decrease in cost that increased earnings. He was the first in the United States to switch from using horses to transport oil in wooden barrels to using rails and complete trains to deliver oils in tanks. When he realized the harm caused by frequent fires and realized that the first refineries in America were sheds, he was the one who decided to stop investing in the safety of refineries. Oil is a thriving industry, but the oil will soon all be poured out, thus the oil man could not see the benefit of spending money on infrastructure. Rockefeller needed equipment to quickly transfer oil from tanks to tankers when he started exporting oil. He supplied the required train stops with his own money. At first glance, he simply provided them for free to the railroad. Rockefeller was able to transport oil by rail for 3 times less than his competitors, thanks to his in addition to the volume of transportation, which served as justification for cutting the tariff. Several iron mines were also owned by Rockefeller. He created his own fleet from the ground up after realizing it was more profitable to carry ore to ports and blast furnaces via ships than by trains. His partners did not want to invest in his ideas because they were deemed to be too risky. In these situations, he would say, "Okay, I'll invest the money alone, but all of the earnings will be mine too." And the partners would readily agree. Since Rockefeller was prepared to invest, everyone was aware that there would be profit. The last secret is just short: the concept of wealth. There are financial realities that have been proven time and time again and will make a lot of people wealthy. That is precisely what John Rockefeller's business skills are all about. Most of you may be put off by their accessibility and simplicity, but those who can correctly handle them will quickly reach their own financial goals on their own. If you like this video, then click like and share it with your family and friends. This is the Financial Fortune, and thank you for watching.